Sai Ram, Vandanam, Namaskar, Vanakkam, Assalamu Alaikum, and Sat Sri Akal. We looked at grace last week. Today we move on to something called unity, right? Now, Swami has said, most important, do not ever think that you and God are separate. Instead, think always, God is with me. He is inside me. He is around me. He is all around me. In fact, I myself am God. I am the infinite, the eternal. I am not two. I am one, only one. I mean, this is the basis of the entire philosophy of the Advaita Vedanta, right? There is no one else besides me. So me and God, we are one. And he has said that, and of course, the avatars have come and said that, Krishna has told Arjuna, I am God, you are God. The thing is, I know every life cycle that I have been through. You still have to realize yours. So how do we realize this unity between the Jivatma and the Paramatma? Well, to realize this unity, the first step is to develop self-confidence. Because self-confidence ultimately leads to self-realization, right? It comes to you when you realize that God is not outside and he cannot be found outside. If you keep seeking outside, you will never find him. Rather, you have to delve within. You have to go within, right? So again, we are exploring the word unity from a spiritual context. And of course, Swami has said unity is purity, unity is divinity, and so on and so forth, right? If you take the Vedic reference of Trikarana Suddhi, that is unity in thoughts, in words, and in actions. This is called Trikarana Suddhi. Also, if you take Swami's 3H, harmony or unity between the 3H, the heart, the head, and the hands. Again, only when these are in unity, the brain will function from a neuro-linguistic perspective, right? Very effectively and very efficiently. Okay. So let me tell you a story about two friends, right? A lion and a tiger. So since they were cubs, they have been friends and they grew up. And of course, they didn't think that they were different from each other, although their forms, their shape, color of the fur perhaps may have been different, but they were very united in spirit. So they never thought they were different from each other. They lived happily in the forest, which was also inhabited by a wise old rishi, right? Or a hermit, if you like. Now, one day, the tiger and the lion were talking about the moon, because of the full moon. And they got into an argument. The argument was basically, whether the cold season started when the new moon became a full moon or when the full moon became a new moon. Actually the same thing, but anyway, they were arguing about it, right? This petty little difference in opinion grew into a quarrel that grew into an argument with, of course, each of them trying to prove the other wrong. It almost resulted in a physical fight between them, right? So the two friends decided not to fight, but to go and seek wise counsel from the rishi or the hermit in the jungle. So they went to him and he was, of course, in meditation, and he said, tell me why you're here. So the lion and the tiger shared their story. And he said very clearly, he said, look, the cold season begins when the cold wind blows. That's the mark. That's the start of the cold season. And this can happen during any phase of the moon, either from the dark phase to the full moon or from the full moon to the dark phase. So in a way, you are right, Mr. Tiger, and you are right, Mr. Lion. So what's the problem? Then the hermit went on to say, it's okay to have a difference of opinion, but that should not affect the unity between you two, right? You should never quarrel, because the unity that you have becomes distorted. And as a result, you have sadness, you have discontent, and you lose joy and happiness as a result. And the lion and the tiger looked at each other and said, oh, how could we have been so silly? And they decided that, in future, they're not going to argue again. Swami has said, right, life has so much more to offer when unity is present consistently in our lives. Unity in diversity. That's where we have to show unity. Not when everything is, honky-dory and, pink and soft, as they say, It's because of the spiritual oneness that you and I share through that divine perception of a human being called Guru, that we can enjoy this unity, isn't it? When you think about it, isn't it? You know what Gandhi said? Gandhi said our ability to reach unity when we are in diversity is where the true test of human compassion lies. Of course, Swami said, let us work together for unity and for love, because unity in variety or in diversity, that is the universal plan, right? Individually, remember, individually we are a drop, but together we are an ocean. Individually, we are not united. Together, we are united. So, drop and ocean. Choice is yours. Till I see you next time. Stay blessed.